KISS before in the shop. We sold one of these and went right to the customer's location. He actually put it in a location, but we've never opened one and played one yet, have we? At TNT, we've played it before. So let's open this puppy up. This is the Pro, the famous Pro edition. And we know we had to do a few things on them. I understand that we have to, the decals have to be a little bit pushed down again. The KISS had that issue. Nothing we can't fix in a few seconds, right, Scott?
Sure.
By the way, where is that idiot John? A thin. Good. Well, he's going to get this set up, and I know we have to probably load a new code in it, because this has been in the box for a while. Good. Oh. Directions. Everybody likes it when I do it. Can't stand it. Okay. All right. Let's come back shortly. I printed up the KISS rule set that somebody just wrote up. This is for version 103, which we just updated this machine to. And it's really something. It's unbelievable. I have to say that we are very, very impressed with the incredible stereo music. All these great features that the Pro Edition has. I mean, stuff that'll keep you guessing for years. Now, the Pro Edition, there's differences, but in a nutshell, the Pro playfield is lit by white LEDs, but it still has color changers at all the arrows, just like the Star Trek Pro, and they can change and alternate colors. And of course, the game can cycle these in all different ways. The pop bumpers are also multicolor, and wait until you see what this thing does. It's unbelievable. To give you in a nutshell, we like things in a nutshell. Anyway, let's see. There's no skill shot, it says here, but you have an option of plunging the ball, and two of these options will trigger a shot completion if done correctly. So there's a fast and long where you fire it around, hits the right and left orbit switch, and then enters into the bumpers. But there's a slow and long. You do it a little slower, and it goes all the way around. But by the time it hits this switch, okay, the left orbit, it'll count as a left orbit shot. And then the slow and short, you hit the right switch, it stops, reverses, and it hits the right switch again, etc., counting as a right orbit shot. Okay, look at that. You got to print these up. All you do to find them is type in KISS, Stern KISS rule set. And that's exactly what I did. Well, a couple of things offhand on the playfield. If you look carefully, you'll notice that they've done this beautiful job of copying the Bally pop bumper caps. Isn't that sharp? I mean, I would say they'll actually fit on a Bally game too, complete with the screws in the right places. Isn't that something? Beautiful job on that. Now, our head here features the ball ejaculating from his mouth. But inside there's a turntable that spins, so it can kick the ball in the different directions. So if you go under here, you may not go all the way back into the hole to kick the ball out. Instead, it'll whip the ball around and then kick it right back out again. Very clever feature. There's an actual motor in there that does the work. You know what? Real quick, Frank, let's open it up.
Yeah, let's.
Please, Kurt. Kurt's working on the Xenon.
Johnny!
That's coming soon.
Johnny.
Look at this beautiful interior. Of course, the instructions, everything is still stapled inside. And in our...
Throw them away, tough charge.
We should just toss them out. This uses these boards. See these boards here? These run all the coils. And there's two identical boards in it, so they could be interchanged. Well, these coil boards, are there two more up top?
Yes, there's more at the bottom.
Yeah, there are extra boards. It looks like they'll be interchangeable, so we'll be able to order a few of these. Now, this is a Pro Star 492 out of 500. Are they only making 500 of them, I wonder? The playfield, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, this is, well, cabinet. Oh, it's a cabinet number. Can't see the number on the side, Frank. I'm wearing my short eyeballs today. Can you? The serial number on the side. Nope, to the left. I think that's just the cabinet number. There it is. 566. 366. I mean, that's...
He said, do that. Keep doing it to make sure you can hear everything working. Very good.
Turn the volume up on them. Get the sound louder.
See this abuse? Kurt, I'm trying to do this video. Frank wants to go home. He's having a stroke.
Wait, that's not something. We're testing it.
Sharkies is playing. Close Encounters. Don't you dare, Kurt. People want to see Kiss. They don't want to see Xenon. They don't want to see Back to the Future. Digital stereo. Okay. Now let's get back to this. All right. What are you doing, Kurt?
Everything good with it?
Well, Martin.
You should cycle the knocker.
Kurt, don't you want to go out for soup? It's tomato rice tonight. Okay, now look. When you start the game, it allows you, the left flipper allows you to choose what city you want to play at, and the right button lets you choose what record you want to hear.
Is there actually records in there?
They're records.
45s or
Well, I think they are.
33 and a third?
Now, I want to point out that each record, each song, as they call it, mode, has different features, and you'll get used to them. Lick It Up, for instance, starts with the two neighboring shots. The Star Child, which is this right here, and by the way, he's on a spring. Isn't that nice? Okay. And the middle ramp will light. So these two lights will go on if you're playing Lick It Up. Now, these songs can be changed during the game if your new track is lit. Okay? Okay, or if you complete the mode. So you have two ways to do it. Now, but the neatest thing about this, after you get it started, as you play, you have to do certain elements. The KISS letters have to be filled in order. So you have to hit this one to light the K, and you have to get all KISS written. When you go through this light, it starts that timer. If you go through the Army, okay, this switch, it lights these lights. Now, these all reset at the end of the ball, and these are the different elements of the game. The Star Child is up here, for instance. The Spaceman is here in the center. The Demon, of course, right in here. And then your last shot is the Catman. That's on the outside. Now, what's so neat about this game, when you roll through this lane, Light's bumper shot, as you're going to see in a moment, it'll turn on this shot over here. And if you go up through here and around, it will turn on, depending on how many times you rolled through it, how many of these will come on, and they'll come on red. And then they're worth big bucks, big points. You're going to see all this in a second. We really, you know what, let's start it. Now look, Detroit, Chicago, they said it doesn't seem to matter where you start according to the directions, but they think the shout-outs may be different. And then here's where we're going to pick out what record we want to play. Now the Black Diamond. Black Diamond, here we are. The mode starts with the right orbit lit. There it is, the right orbit flashing right away. If this is the start of the game, a slow and short plunge may collect this. After collecting the shot, then a different light is lit. Let's do a short plunge. Too short. hard. Forget it. Now look. Okay, now it's moved here. The Star Child shot. Moved again over here. Now, did you notice 2 of these are lit and I got 2 of these? Now look, these are worth 10,000, but these are worth 13,000. If I roll through this lane, I spot another one and another, and watch, if I want to collect it, all 4 are red and they're worth big, big points. And I've also collected the Catman. Okay, now watch. I'm going to light another couple. Now watch what happens when I go up here. These are now green, and they're worth 16,000. These are still worth 13, and so on and so forth. Now watch what happens when I go into center here. Did you hear that noise? That noise, oh God, such great sound. Let me just turn the volume down a little bit. That way I don't have to shout. Hear the great stereo on this thing? It's unbelievable. It's such great stereo. And it is true stereo, and there's a woofer on the bottom. Oh, watch, I'm gonna go in here again. Did you see the ball kind of shot out here because of that spinner? Now watch, all I have to do is light the lock, is simply hit one of those, and then go all the way back. There we go. Now watch, it's gonna come right into my hand. Come into my hand. Foul, Frank. All right, look, I got an A for Army. Now remember, these will reset at the end of the game. My Army combo. Look, down in the center's lit. And I've collected it. Aren't I great, Frank? Now look, my Kiss aren't lit. But if I roll through here, it's lit. Okay? Now my Kiss shot's lit here. I collect it by going up there. There we go. I got it, Frank. Aren't I great? I don't think so. There, now I got the lock lit again. The little turn thing didn't spin this time. I let the ball go all the way back, and it ejaculated into my hand. Now go into the backstage pass. Okay? And that's my stupid spinner shot. Now look, I want to show you this effect. They have that light on partially, but when you go around it makes that nice effect. This one's the same way on this side too. That's sometimes partially on. Very, very sharp. Let's get this all finished. Look, I've got, look, I'm almost done, Frank. I'm getting there. I'm almost ready for my Demon Multi-Ball. My super ramps are lit now, Frank. I really never learned it, but you can see the super lamps are pulsing. Isn't that a nice effect? It's a really nice effect. You hear the guitar riff? The Kiss must have been thrilled with this machine. Now look, see the front row? That's like a ball save. See, there's no kicker. But if I go down there, I get a new ball. Right up. So it's sort of just like getting a ball save. Isn't that sharp? I got 2 instead, isn't that nice? My front row is off. So, I think I reset that by hitting Kiss. I'm trying to remember how I reset that. I remember something. I can't remember much, Frank. Can I? But I think we're almost up to the demon shot. Now we're ready to lock. Here it is, Franklin. You know, I'm surprised at how much stuff the Pro has on it. I can't imagine what was on the other version. I guess it would help, Frank, if we had this on a bigger angle. We're delivering this tomorrow to the customer who is very, very pleased. how they're cycling the target. See how that's changing from red to green. There we go. And I've got my 3 greens here. Now it's adding up all my points. So it's collecting everything. Now, I can now change my record. Now watch, when I move the flipper, it'll show you what the new shot is, see? Oh, sorry. Look, how about this one, Detroit? So I guess I have to hit them in order. Right, there's 2, Deuce. Hotter than hell, just spelling a kiss. Look at all this stuff, Frank. Isn't this nice, Frank? I can't imagine any Knicks fan not going completely bonkers over this. Especially if they get a great player like me. Frank. Look at the color. Dazzling show. And remember, it's the Pro Edition, too. Frank, I won.
Replay.
Well, it's very nice. Here, let's look. It's collecting my points. I love the way it counts them. They get bigger and smaller. Right. I'm a champion. I like it, Frank. I like it. I really do. It's very nice. I think we're ready to pack this up, but we have some other stuff to show you. I want you to come up front because somebody posted a Theater of Magic for sale on eBay, and I gotta share this ad with you. Let's go up front. Yes, I know I'm dressed up. I was at a luncheon today. And of course, this is being filmed at another time. But I wanted to share with you this listing I found on eBay. This is what drives me nuts. When people price something that they have in their house at some crazy, insane price because they've done their research. I've done my research. All right, here we have some clodhopper from the Bronx, New York, who have posted a Theater of Magic. Now, I want to show you how wretched this really is. Look at that's how no capitals. Pinball Machine Ballet Theater of Magic. Okay, great line. Let's not bother with capital letters. And let's put our best picture. Look at that. In the meantime, he's got some piece of down here on the floor in the background. Look at the fuse panel. I mean, why dress this up? Let's show the game in its best element. Okay, now look, there's the instruction cards. Isn't that great? Oh, look, isn't that a fantastic shot of the machine with the head folded down, unplugged in, and with all the cruddy dust and dirt on the head? Isn't that a beautiful shot? Oh, you want to see a playfield shot? There you go. Isn't that nice? And look, there's the patent numbers on the back, and then you can see the cord coming in. Isn't that beautifully composed? And of course, the great shot on the front here, showing the holes in the front where the locks are. Oh, he spent so much time taking these pictures, didn't he? I'm very impressed. Now, here's the best part, the description. Now, you'd think he would figure out how to use different things on the keyboard, like the period or the cap or the shift. This pinball requires maintenance. It's supposed to be of course he's got a comma instead of apostrophe. Not expert to connect. Will lock when trying to play. Requires maintenance. Any question, you can contact me by this means. If you live near, can come review. Thanks you for your attention. Only pick up, not pick up free. Thanks. Isn't that incredible? What a command of the English language. My gosh. The good news is the ad is no longer up here. It is gone. Okay? So either somebody made him a deal direct. I don't know what happened here, but what a great deal. $8,500 not working. Obviously not touched and cruddy. Oh, I just can't wait. But see, people go online and they get these prices and they call me up. Like one lady called me up and she wants to sell me her Guns N' Roses. Doesn't work. Hasn't been serviced in quite a while, but she's willing to take $5,000 cash for it. So, oh boy, what a good deal. And I'll put $2,500 into it and sell it for $6,500. And I'll lose only $1,000, but I'll have the joy of working on it. I just can't wait to do that. Isn't that great? Anyway, enough of that. Let's move on to a shameless plug for my daughter Tammy and her Tierra talk show. Do you know she's just finished her 101 interviews? 101 interviews. She puts one new interview up per week. So it's been 101 weeks now. And her new interview, believe it or not, was with, in fact, the director, Steve Anderson, who directed Meet the Robinsons and Winnie the Pooh. Really nice interview, and I encourage you to listen to it if you get a chance. As a matter of fact, here's a hyperlink. It'll open in a separate window, so you don't have to, and you can just hit pause and then listen to it after the rest of this YouTube video. But she also did, as a matter of fact, this interview here, her 100th interview, was the cast of the cartoon John Henry, which came out 15 years ago. You know, John Henry was a real-life hero in the black culture. He was the one that revitalized the railroad and actually helped build this railroad passage, showing that manpower was superior to mechanical power. A terrific short. And my daughter, she was only 5 years old when she started watching the VHS tape that we had. And now the film has reached 15 years old. So she is, interestingly enough, got a chance to interview the very people that she grew up with listening to. The Sounds of Blackness were the people that sang for the soundtrack. And those people worked with Andrew Lloyd Webber, Stevie Wonder, and Prince on other projects, in addition to doing this soundtrack and also the singing voices and speaking voices. So it's pretty interesting. And Tammy was so impressed when I said, hey, Tammy, you actually released this during Black History Month, too. Pretty good. Anyway, lots of other interviews, as I mentioned before, including we have Anne Serling. She was the daughter of Rod Serling from Twilight Zone. And she gets a chance to interview there. We have interview with Pete from Pete's Dragon. He's all grown up now. And other people. We got Kimberly Brown, who was in Halloween Town. Debbie Reynolds. She's interviewed her. So please go, when you get a chance, to her website or her YouTube channel. And now I would like to show you 3 classic games we got ready for a man who lives in California that has waited and waited and waited and waited. We finally got them done, but he's probably playing them now because we filmed this about 6 days ago. But we'll go into that for our next thing, and thanks for watching and staying with us so far. Oh, Frank, look at this. Miss Pac-Man that we are finishing up. Look at this artwork that Stephen has done. God, it's almost done. It's beautiful. Gorgeous picture. Geo7. Of course, we have a new overlay. We have pink T-molding. We still have to put the marquee and the monitor bezel in it. And I see you just finished rebuilding the logic board.
Bringing one back from the dead. Like it.
Yes. And we got new caps in the logic board. Obviously, we're going to still put the strips in. That'll get mounted here. We have already put the new bridges, the new fuse blocks in the bottom. The monitor has a boatload of new parts inside. New flyback, new caps. It's beautiful. But Peter in California has literally been screaming. Just like that. Yes, just like that. And then he's actually had one of these things too. No, he hasn't. I'm just kidding. But Peter, look, it was worth the wait. It was worth the wait. It was worth the wait.
Was it worth the wait?
Was
it worth the wait?
Do you see the abuse I
can
get?
see a lot of weight right
Look,
there.
Jonathan's here, and we have my Wallace,
Excuse me.
my beautiful Stephen carrying his Bondo, which he loves, and of course Jason, or as we call him, Cop Jason.
Detective Jason, thank you.
That's right.
You can't say it. You can't say it on camera. Hey,
can't?
Steve, eat a bag of blanks.
I can't. I could say.
Can you just, when you do the video, can you just put up a lot of little curse signs when I say that?
Look, this is actually the original artwork. It's been touched up by Stephen. Purple T-molding, brand new control panel overlay, and this was new too, I think, on the top.
Bought in 1981, I'm sure it
You better
was.
tell them to color that T-molding again. I don't think they know. They
Well, it's for the
can't see it
colorblind
themselves.
viewers.
Well.
Well.
What have we here?
RoboCop?
See, I can dub that voice in whenever the hell I want.
Can we
Remember
please
that.
use the RoboCop face every time over yours?
There's a light bulb in there that lights that. Wasn't that a nice touch of Atari? You put a 555 in there to light it up. Well, of course, we have our key-to-like locks. So Peter will only need, we're going to give him extra keys, but Pete will only need one key to open up all three of the games. And guess what? Peter says he wants a Robotron and a Tempest from us. Very hard to find them, Peter, but when we do, you will get them. Millipede, also new overlay on the top, and new control panel overlay. Okay? And the Defender I showed you earlier in another video, and we finished this first. This has all chrome T-molding on it. New control panel overlay with new buttons. Of course, all new buttons on these things too. And new fluorescent bulbs in the back. And Jonathan is in my way! You know, Jonathan, I have a life. Now look, Peter, look. New power supply. Okay? And you have to change the power connector in Defender. You have to change that. And this is why. The original power connector only leans on the pins like this. The new connector with the new pins are triuricon pins. They grip the pin 3 different ways. So that board, that's your precious board. You don't want anything to go wrong if the voltages are lousy on the crummy pin connections. Now it's gripping the pin on all 3 sides. You get the 3 voltages pouring into that board, 5, -5, and 12 volts. It will never go bad again because that thing on the bottom will give it nice, clean voltage. We also put in a fuse for the coin lights, so you don't. If there's somebody shorts out the light, changing the bulb with their fuddy-duddy way of changing bulbs, that won't happen. We also put a new cap in here. Looks like he had to change a connector on the switchboard. These have been reheated. Now over here, this is that Machidi or Mashudo or something monitor. No, that's the name of the company. That's the name of the chassis. Okay? They use that monitor in pole position, Centipede, and Crystal Castles. Oh, yep. Crystal Castles. Yep, same monitor. Yep. So that has all new caps in it. Power supply has all new capacitors. Bob Roberts sells them, including that black thing on the bottom. That's your... Wait a minute.
Oh dear.
There's 3 plugs in here. And look, another one. Look, see how clean it is on the inside? One of our customers who has an arcade, he's buying games from us. He said he bought a game from a competitor. We didn't have it at the time. He said it was actually a couple hundred less than we sold it for. He said it came in, it was beautiful on the outside. And when he opened it up in the back, he was not a happy man. It was ugly. It was a cube.
Sure you didn't get it from here?
See? More abuse from him. More abuse from here. Okay. He threw me off again. Okay. That boy throws me off. All right.
Maybe off a cliff next time.
So anyway,
Or the building.
the Q-Bert
That's not far enough drop.
the Q-Bert
He's pretty heavy. He'll fall.
didn't have a
Yeah.
knocker assembly. See, I forgot what he told me. And he said the inside there were cobwebs. It was just junk on the inside. Not the thorough job we do. I'm sure there's lots of people that do thorough jobs. But that didn't happen in this case. Now I see.
You done been over here once today.
Yes, but I figured 5 hours later you'd have this game done. Okay. Well, let's look over here. Steven is working on the Blitz. You could actually look around and see there were lots of problems with this cabinet. Initially it looked good, but it wasn't. But look, Steven did finish. You finished all of it, yes. And it's not rubbing off anymore. It's beautiful, Steven.
Thank you.
Beautiful. It's coming along, folks. It's coming along. Good. Well, this isn't another video. All right, let's switch out. What do we have to do? All right, well, I guess
I was going to ask you that, but
forgot to play it a little bit. When they're eating, you can kill them.
It's giving me a problem. Well, hey, rubber mallet. The gun.
Right.
I probably left it there.
We have new leg levelers on the bottom, so our customer will be able to make adjustments on this. Look, I'm playing as well as Billy Mitchell. You know, I think Billy Mitchell can play this blindfolded. He really is good at this. Oh, man. Now let's move on. Move on. Let's move out. I hear the music. Good night. Good night. Now get out!
We're in the yellow pages under amusements.